Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. So, we're online. Sai Riddhi and Venkatesh. Anybody yet to join? Good morning. Am I audible? Yeah. So, what we have discussed yesterday, we have started local self-governance and we have completed Panchayat Raj system. Okay. Is it clear regarding Panchayat Raj system? What we have seen, how the Panchayati Raj came into constitutional status, recognition and working. What is 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act and what is PESA Act? Means extension of Panchayati Raj. Okay, so today we'll see how the working of municipalities and we'll see the question paper also. Fine. So, what are the major parts of local self-governance? Local self-governance. First one is Panchayat Raj system. And second one is municipalities. What are those? Municipalities. So we have completed Panchayat Raj system. Today we are going to see municipalities. As we know that Panchayati Raj system was constituted and organized after the independence. Fine. So what about municipalities? Municipalities were there. Even the organization of cities started at where we can observe in Indus Valley civilization. Where Indus Valley civilization, and we can observe the similar type of municipal system. What is municipality? What is the job of municipality? Organizing cities and providing sanitation. Fine, providing sanitation, providing cleanliness, collecting taxes for cleaning your street, providing you water, organizing your sewage. What they are doing? They are collecting taxes. To organize the city, they are collecting taxes. Fine. So, Indus Valley civilization, even in the Mauryan period, Gupta period, we can observe municipal type of means organization of cities, organized cities. Even in the Indus Valley civilization, the cities were very much organized. The drainage system was there. Even the pumping system was there. Okay. So, even it is the first municipal corporation was when they established, it is established by whom? British. In 1687. Fine. In India, the first municipal corporation was established in, what is that municipal corporation? Madras. In 1687. Later on, they extended to Bombay and Calcutta municipal corporations. So even we got independence, even before the independence, the municipal corporations were existed, and the father of municipalities is called Lord Ripon. Father of municipalities. Is Lord Ripon. Okay. He introduced the system. He majorly involved in the creating municipalities in India. Fine. In 1800s, there were so many municipalities, municipal corporations. The major municipal corporations were Madras, Bombay, and Calcutta. Fine. So, what happened? They used to collect the taxes for organizing cities. Fine. The taxes were huge by the Britishers. Then, what about after the independence? The Panchayat Raj system was completely different because it was like Nyay Panchayats and Panchayats together, the judiciary and administration was together in single block for the village. But it was completely regularized by the acts, constitutionalization and all. Then what about the municipalities? They were already there. Even after the independence, there were so many municipalities. Fine. Each and every state, they have their own municipalities and all. But there was no regularized law. No regularization. Then what the government thought is, okay, we'll regularize it. Why there is a need of regularization? Okay, because unlike the Panchayat Raj system, the municipalities were collecting higher taxes. Right? Higher taxes. From whom? Citizens. So, there has to be some regularization and there has to be some what? To control administration. You don't even know, even the Bombay Municipal Corporation budget means the collection of taxes of Bombay. For example, I'll tell you. Collection of taxes by Mumbai Corporation is more than annual budget of Goa. Annual budget of Goa. Fine. So, some municipalities are very prominent. To control them is very much important. Why? You need to spend the money in very correct way to the use of citizens. Fine. There need to be some developments of everything. You have witnessed that in 2010, Mumbai Corporation got floods due to blocking of the rainwater. So that means the drainage system is very, very bad. Fine. We have witnessed so many incidences. Even in the Hyderabad, we got floods. So what happens is, if you don't maintain the municipal corporations, what will happen? It will result in, because cities are very, very flooded due to the development, due to the employment, due to the resources, due to the educations. Okay, so opportunities are more. So floating in the cities are very much bigger in these days. So agriculture is down, and other than the agriculture, resource or employment is more. So what will happen? To organizing the municipalities is very, very crucial to maintain the equilibrium. Fine. So we need to provide the facilities for them, for the accommodation, sanitation, opportunities, employment, pollution control, everything, as well as we are control the money. We are appropriate the money for appropriate reason. Fine. So what will happen? They want to regularize the municipalities. How it happened? And unlike the Panchayat Raj system, there were so many committees involved in the municipalities, but they are not important. Fine. in examination point of view, they were not important because panchayati areas was different. They was introduced by the committee's recommendations, but municipalities were already there and they have been regularized. Fine. Okay. So evolution of the what? Municipalities. First, even so in 1687 there was a first municipality. Okay. Who is father of municipalities? He is Lord Ripon. Okay. On all came online. Maulika, Susmita, Teja, Shivshankar, Soumya. Okay, fine. So it's Lord Ripon. And there were so many municipalities even after the independence, even when they got constitutional status in 1992. Before 1992, even every state, even the UTs has municipalities. Okay. But there is no regularization. There is no common name. There is no common territory declaration. Fine. So what is the criteria? How to declare the municipalities? What are the regulations? All will see. Fine. And the committees. Committees are not important here, but just have a glance. What are the committees? Fine. And for Panchayati Raj, it is important. There were so many committees involved, but just for the sake of regularization, not on the single committee recommendations, it has been enacted the constitutional status. Fine. So constitutionalization. They got constitutionalization in 1992. By whom? P.V. Narasimha Rao government. And by 74th Constitutional Amendment Act. Amendment Act. Fine. So what are the, as I said, you committees are not important here. We'll see what is 74th Constitutional Amendment Act. Before this, okay. So before this, how it is evolved. Even as I said, as a Panchayati Raj system, first, who want to regularize it? Who want to give the constitutional status to it? That was Rajiv Gandhi's government. There was a resistance from all, and even before he could make some changes, he got assassinated. Fine. And then what happened? Next, PP Singh government came. Sorry, VP Singh government came and they want to introduce it, but the government has been collapsed. Fine. The government been collapsed. And then what happened? The P.V. Narasimha Rao government came. And P.V. Narasimha Rao they made some remarkable changes. What are those changes? We'll see. And they made happen that they gave constitutional status by 74th Constitutional Amendment Act. Fine. How it is done, what are the changes done, what are the subjects. As similar to Panchayat Raj system, the subjects are mentioned for the Panchayat Raj system in 11th schedule. For the municipalities, it is mentioned in 12th schedule. Okay, we'll see all the subjects here, we'll see in the detail. Okay. So, what are the articles are involved for the municipalities? Remember this number 243P2, 243ZG are related to what? Municipalities. Fine. There are three types of municipalities. First is municipal corporations. Okay. Municipal councils. And next, Nagar Panchayats. So, how it is classified according to 74th Constitutional Amendment Act? It is municipal corporation at higher level. Fine. It involves a huge number of population and huge amount of taxes collection. Okay, on the basis of two, it will be divided. One is population and another one is revenue generation. What is it? Revenue generation. And what is the composition? How it will be composed? There will be wards. It is divided into wards first. And the ward again can be divided into ward committees. But that is an optional thing. Ward committees are optional. They may opt for the ward committees. If it is a very big municipal corporation, we can go for the ward committees. Ward committees means there will be a number of wards. If let us suppose we have 30 wards, fine. Again, every ward has a ward member, right? They are elected directly by the people. And then what happened? The group of wards will be there. Means every 5 wards has a group. That is called as ward committee. Fine. It is not a compulsion that you have to keep the ward committees, but ward committees are encouraged. Fine. In lower level municipalities and municipal councils, we don't observe ward committees. Only we can observe ward committees in municipal corporations. Fine. And wards, ward committees, and then who will be there? Mayor or municipal chairman. Municipal chairman. Mayor for municipal corporations and chairman for municipal councils and Nagar Panchayats. Clear? And other committees. Other committees are nothing but there will be maybe encouragement of self-help groups or other communal committees. Communal means committees for a purpose, maybe occupational, agriculture committees. And all. So, what is the composition? Every municipality is divided into some wards. And that wards will, the ward member will be elected directly, and those ward members will be indirectly electing the whom? The chairman or mayor. Okay, fine. That is also according to the majority they gain. And what about reservation? Do 74th constitutional amendment gives the reservation? Yes. It is giving the reservation, SC and ST reservation. And also the women's reservation. How much reservation is giving to the woman? Not less than 1/3 of the seats. How many seats they are giving? Not less than 1/3 of the seats. I'll give you one example here. Even though it is the reservation is misused most of the times in Panchayat Raj system, but whether it comes to municipalities, it is somewhat better. Because the identification is more, means the awareness is more. For example, I'll tell you one example. There was elections conducted in Rajasthan in 2010. Where? In Rajasthan, in 2010, they introduced women's reservation. What? Women's reservation. Fine. And this is an example of empowering women. She was, do you know, you all know northern states are mostly suffer with the what? Women won't come out, okay? There is very unequal treatment for the women. They should not come out. They'll be having some restrictions and they are limited to some household chores. Fine. So what happened? And sanitation is the biggest problem for the women. After Swachh Bharat, it is very, very much better. But before Swachh Bharat, it was worst. That is 2010. And what happened? One lady was elected for as a municipal chairman. Municipal chairman. One woman was elected. The first thing she made is she gave she provided the sanitation facility to all the wards. Sanitation facility to all the wards. Fine. So she can take care of, if man cannot think of a woman, but woman can think of a man and woman. Okay. This is one biggest example. If the man, so many chairpersons were serving and serving and serving, but the woman knows the problem of the woman. So the women reservation seats in the municipalities made so many bigger changes and it is affected most. Okay. In a very useful form. Coming to Panchayat Raj system, it is still, there is a name of women reservation, but it is obviously, almost misused by the men. Okay. But in case of municipalities, it is far better condition. Fine. And what is the duration of municipalities? It is same as 5 years. Same as 5 years. And here we need to discuss one case. What is the situation? We know that in Panchayat Raj system 5 years, Lok Sabha elections 5 years, assembly elections 5 years. Everything is 5 years. That is fine. And what is the super session period for everything? Super session is 6 months. Okay. Whenever you want to interact or if I ask you the questions, you can answer online, students. Fine. Is it fine, online students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, fine. What is the super session period now? 6 months. Fine. But what happened in the Maharashtra? They were not conducting elections. 6 months gone, 1 year gone, 1.5 years, they didn't conducted the elections. The matter went to court. It was like Shivraj. So, where is this? Versus EC. Okay, and one more thing, who will, state election. Oh, fine. Then matter went to court. They were not conducting elections due to some vote bank reasons. Okay, they want to implement some project and then they want to conduct the elections to turn in their favor. Then, supersession period means they may continue, means whoever elected as a municipal chairman and same ward members can continue for the 6 months until the election is conducted. Fine. That is called supersession period. And they have extended that supersession period to almost 1.5 years. Then what happened? The Supreme Court was very serious. And they have given some guidelines that the supersession period must be 6 months. Municipal elections are very, very crucial. You should not exceed the supersession period than 6 months. So, Supreme Court gave a specific and clear verdict that you should not cross the supersession period of 6 months. Okay, fine, well and good. But please don't ask me what is happening in Telangana. Fine. Already supersession period is crossed at 6 months, but they are not conducting the elections yet. Fine. Somebody has to take to notice of Supreme Court. Fine. Is that okay? Are you following?
Yes.
Yeah, fine. Fine. So, what about disqualifications? Disqualifications are same. Before going to disqualifications, what are the qualifications?
Citizen of India
Yes.
must be 21 years.
Yes. So, they have to be citizen of India and 21 years of age. Coming to disqualification, any malpractice in the elections any malpractice in elections and what? Breaching of model code of conduct. Model code of conduct and what else? But here is the same similar point which is important. You cannot disqualify a person for not being the age of 21 years. If he completed the 18 years, if he attains the 18 years, that is fine. So, you cannot disqualify a member for not attaining the age of 21 years. If he or she attains 18 years, then he or she cannot be disqualified. Fine. So he cannot be disqualified on the basis of age if he attains what? 18 years. This is important in your MCQ point of view. Fine. So, okay, fine. Who will conduct the elections? Who will conduct the elections? It is State Election Commission. Who will conduct the elections? It is State Election Commission. So, Panchayat Raj elections, municipality elections will be conducted by State Election Commission. It is the State Election Commission does not conduct the elections for the assembly. Is that clear? So, who will conduct? Only the job of State Election Commission is conducting the local self-governance elections. That is Panchayati Raj, and second is municipalities. Fine. So, what is the job? Panchayats plus municipalities. And what are the powers and what are the functions of the municipalities? Basic function is to regularize, to provide everything. What it need to provide? It need to provide electricity, it need to provide sanitation, it needs to provide street lights, it need to provide proper sewage control and rainwater harvesting and plantation, pollution control, especially pollution control for the municipalities. It won't work for the Panchayat Raj system because they are not polluted like municipalities. Fine. So, so what happens? It will be a special feature for the pollution control is a special feature for the municipalities. Fine. What are the powers? What are the functions? We'll discuss in detail. So how the finances come for the what? Municipalities. First, there are various type of functions, what funds come. First with the State Finance Commission. What is it? State Finance Commission. And grants by union government and central government schemes, union schemes and tax collection. Okay. Unlike the Panchayat Raj system, tax collection, it generates higher amount of revenue. Fine. Higher revenue. Depending upon the size of the municipalities. If it is municipal corporation, the taxes will be more. If it is municipalities, maybe in Nagar Panchayats, it will be less comparatively. But when we compare to Panchayat Raj system, it is very higher. Fine. And Finance Commission. Which Finance Commission? State Finance Commission will decide the share. Fine. Audit of accounts. This is very important. In Panchayat Raj system, do we auditing? No. But in municipalities, there will be auditing. Auditing means how much revenue you have generated and how much revenue you have spent on this specific scheme and what is the performance and what is the status now. Is it really implemented or not? And what is the deficit amount and how much excessive amount revenue you collected, how much excessive revenue you generated, grants you have taken. So everything will be audited by whom? State Finance Commission. Fine. Audit is a separate and exclusive feature for the municipalities and it is applicable to even new. Same as 73rd Constitutional Amendment, that is also applicable to UTs. And 74th Constitutional Amendment is also applicable for all union territories. Fine. And exempted areas. Where it is exempted? Where is the tribal population is there, it is exempted there. Like Nagaland, Assam, okay, etc. Especially for tribal areas. Fine. For tribal areas, it is exempted, but it is applicable to the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act is applicable to where all the municipalities, means all the states and all the union territories. Fine. Except few areas, few states. Excuse me. So, okay, in Panchayat Raj system, what we have seen, we have the district is a primary block, and before district we have a Zilla Parishad, that is Mandal, and before that and below that what we have Gram Panchayat. So, who will be planning all the operations will be district. Fine. And district will be operated by whom? District collector. We are very clear. So, district collector will take care of Zilla Parishads and village level panchayats. But what about municipalities? Municipalities are local urban governance. What it is called? Local urban governance. Fine. So, what will happen? It won't be under the control of district collector. Means he is not the responsible person. If Panchayat Raj system, who is responsible at district level? District collector is accountable, responsible, and he is the executive body, he is the planning body, he is the major responsible for development. Okay. But coming to the municipalities, it is different. There will be a district planning committee. But it is district planning committees, because in municipalities, villages are not part of it. There are few cities that can be organized in that district. If we take one district, how many cities will be there? Roughly two to three. Maximum, there will be only one city, that is the main head of that district. That will be city. If it is more advanced, means we'll get one or two more cities, they are developing, means municipalities. Nowadays we are doing each and everything as a municipality, but we have very less municipalities. So there will be district planning committee. And who will be heading this committee? There will be an appointment. There will be an executive appointed by the state government. Who is that executive? There will be commissioner for this. Okay. There will be commissioner for this. And who all are part of it? Who are all the coming from the ward members and municipal chairmen, municipal mayors, everyone will be part of district planning committee. And every municipality has a commissioner. Fine. According to the municipal commission, according to the grade, it will divide like grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. According to the population and revenue collection, the municipalities are again divided. But executive head is municipal commissioner and political head is mayor or chairman. Excuse me. So executive head is municipal commissioner and The political head is mayor or chairman. Fine. So what happens? District planning committee will plan and it will take the decisions for the development. Means it will serve for the advisory actions and executive actions. So what is the job of it? Development, advisory, and execution. All will be done by the district planning committee. Fine. And metropolitan planning committee. This is nothing but we have metropolitan cities like Bangalore, Hyderabad, Delhi, Calcutta. So, Chennai. We have 5 metropolitan cities. For those metropolitan cities, there is a special body called Metropolitan Planning Committee. That is for which cities? Metropolitan cities. Fine. What is the job of metropolitan city? Same. It is for development, advisory, and execution. What are the examples? Hyderabad, Bengaluru, Chennai, and Delhi. Fine. Calcutta. So, Metropolitan Planning Committee only works for the metropolitan city. Fine. And continuance of existing laws and municipalities. Because of this class only, the 74th Constitutional Amendment came into execution. Because states were reluctant to pass the Panchayati Raj and Municipality Acts. So, how they give its consent means there was a clause called there is an exemption for the states. Already municipalities were almost in all states have a municipalities and all. So some existing laws for the different type of states. Every state has its existing laws. So there are exemptions made that you can continue with the previous laws of what? Continuance of existing laws and municipalities. Already, actually, in by the 74th Constitutional Amendment, we said that 20 lakh population has to be there for the what municipal council. But even though there is no 20 lakh population, in some states there are municipal councils are formed and they are continuing. So, by the 74th Constitutional Amendment, we cannot make those municipal councils as a Nagar Panchayats. Okay? They will continue as a municipal councils as well. This is the meaning of continuance of existing laws and municipalities. Means whatever municipalities are continuing, we won't touch them. Fine. They remain same. Whatever the new municipalities will form, it will be regularized by this act. Fine. Whatever already existed municipalities are there, you can continue with them. But if the new municipality or municipal council or Nagar Panchayat, municipal corporation, anything has to be formed based on this amendment only. That is the condition. Fine. Answer. Bar to interface by the courts in the electoral matters. Yes. Electoral matters can be verified by the courts. Means disqualification due to elections. Malified elections can be done with the help of whom? High courts. High courts will verify whether the election is correct or not. When? If the case filed. Okay? If the case filed, then it will take the decision of the qualification whether the elections are performed correctly or not. Fine. And so, similarly, means what we have for the municipalities, for the Panchayat Raj system, we have 11 schedule. Similarly, by 74th Constitutional Amendment, which schedule was created? 12th schedule was created. Okay. One schedule was created for the only whom? Municipal corporations and municipalities. There, here what we have to see means there are so many subjects involved for development, for execution, for advisory body, for keeping changes, and what? Even for the taxation. What are the subjects? It will be sometimes similar to what? Panchayat Raj system. But there are some different subjects, especially exclusively available from municipalities. We have to notice and remember those points. Those are important for your examination. In examination, how he will ask? He will give the subjects. And he will ask, choose the subjects related to municipalities. Okay. Then you have to check it. He may give options like only one, only two, only three, only four. None. Okay. So observe it carefully which subjects are coming into the urban bodies. Fine. Next, urban planning including town planning. In Panchayat Raj system, we have seen same thing. What is it? Rural housing. What is it? Panchayat Raj system. Means this is 11th schedule. Fine. This is 12th schedule. So, urban planning for the municipalities and rural housing for the panchayats. Fine. Including town planning. Town planning is not part of even the village planning or anything. Layout planning is not part of 11th schedule. There, the term was like rural housing. Fine. And regulation of land use and construction of buildings. Regulation of land. There, even we have a term like soil what? Preservation. Soil preservation. Soil preservation. Fine, come. Soil preservation. Fine. Here for the municipalities, it is regulation of what? Regulation of land use and construction of buildings. Fine. And planning for the economics and social development, roads and bridges. Sorry, planning for economic and social development. This is same. And roads and bridges. It is even we have seen that there are some waterways, culverts. Okay, it is more. Scope is more for the Panchayati Raj. It has included small things. Fine. Next, water supply for the domestic, industrial and commercial purposes. And we have completed 74th constitutional amendment. Yeah, Venkatesh, I'm talking. We have completed 74th constitutional amendment and it is related same as 11th schedule. We have for urban bodies what we have 12th schedule. We have just started the 12th schedule. Fine. So what are the differences we are watching? What are differences in Panchayati Raj and urban government? Fine. So roads and bridges completed. Water supply for the domestic and industrial and commercial purpose. In Panchayat Raj, what we observed for domestic and agriculture. Yes. Agriculture. Agricultural irrigation. And here commercial purpose also, industrial purpose also. So there is a different water bill for the domestic and commercial and industrial. The rate and tariff will be different. Okay. And so for agriculture water supply, do we costing anything? No. And for the domestic, it is minimum. And we are providing almost free water supply. So the revenue is zero here. Even here, the regulation of use of construction of buildings, building permissions, we very, very less. For municipalities, it is high. If it is HMDA or town planning, it comes under town planning, it is almost very high. We pay in thousands, 10,000 to 30,000, according to the small 100 square yard plot. Fine. And public health, sanitation, conservancy, and solid waste management. Solid waste management. It is not part of municipalities. The public health is there. We have seen primary healthcare. Primary healthcare here, and sanitation is also same. And conservancy, and it is different. It is exclusive for what? Urban management. Okay, municipalities. And fire services. This is also different. It is also exclusive for municipalities. We don't see that subject in the what? Panchayat Raj system. This is not available. And urban forestry. Even we have seen that farm forestry, social forestry. Fine. And protection of the environment and promotion of ecological aspects. This is also different. Why we need to protect the environment? Because we pollute more. Here, we pollute more, we accommodate more. Here, what is it? Social forestry and farm forestry. Fine. Here, urban forestry and protection of environment and promotion of ecological aspects. And safeguarding the interest of weaker section of society, including the handicapped and mentally retarded. It is same. It is same as a Panchayati Raj system. It will be held by the district level by Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan and all. Here also it is different by it will take care of municipal councils as well. Fine. Slum improvement and upgradation. This is also exclusive. Because we don't see slums in the villages. We don't see slums in the mandal level. So it is not applicable. It is exclusive topic for the municipalities. Fire services, economical protection, ecological protection, and slums. Fine. Urban poverty elevation. This is also same. Here also we have seen poverty elevation programs. Programs. Fine. And provision of urban amenities and facilities such as parks, gardens, and playgrounds. Okay. This one we don't observe directly, but we have seen that social amenities. Okay. Here, Panchayat Raj, what we have seen? Social amenities. But this is exclusively for urban management. Okay. And promotion of cultural, educational, and aesthetic aspects. Okay, this is also fine. And here we are also promoting what? Education. But up to what? Primary and secondary. Secondary education. Do we involve sports here? No. Sports is not a subject. Cultural, educational, aesthetic. Here sports will come. So, Fine. Sports will be part of. Okay. So, yeah. Next, this is a very exclusive feature. We don't observe in any villages or panchayat raj system. What is it? Burials, burial grounds, cremation, and cremation grounds, electric crematoriums. Okay? Because it is a very major problem to bury someone in the municipalities. Whose responsibility is that? Urban local government. Fine. It has to take care of burials according to the religion. The space must be provided by the government only. That is the responsibility of urban local government, that is municipalities. Fine. And cattle ponds, preservation of cruelty to animals. This is also exclusive one. There, what we are seeing, fuel and fodder. That is it. Here, this is not applicable, and here, similar one, fuel and fodder. Fine. But these are different because in villages and all, we have seen that we have so many ponds and irrigation facilities so that cattle will take rest, they'll rotate and everything, they'll have food outside. But here it is a very big problem. You know, nowadays in even villages, they are not roaming the animals. They have to simply stand in one place from day to night. They'll be getting food, they have to eat it there, they have to sleep there, and they have to be there. Okay, but they are taking milk from them. It is nothing but a punishment for life for them. So it is, even though if cruelty to animals means what, maybe because on street dogs, maybe on cats, maybe on anything, it can be taken care of whom? Municipalities. Fine. The PETA will also come here. Fine. So, vital statistics, including registration of births and deaths. This is also one exclusive feature, exclusive subjects. Even we register in Panchayati Raj also. But the development changes and they cannot make changes. Okay, it is not their subject. Okay, it is a exclusive subject for whom? Municipalities. Here we don't observe that. Fine. And public amenities, including street lights, parking lots, bus stops, public conveniences. Okay, this is all. This is also exclusive. Street lighting we are not talking, but it will be included in sanitation. Okay, in Panchayati Raj, it will be included in sanitation and all. Okay, but this is public amenities is some special subject for the, that's why only we are paying the taxes, right? The taxes are more because they have to provide us parks, playgrounds and all, but they won't provide anything. They'll take the taxes, building taxes and all. And regulation of slaughterhouses and what? Tanneries. What is slaughterhouses? Yes, animal killing. Animal killing can be taken care of. Who need to regularize that? It has to be by the urban local bodies. Urban local bodies. Fine. So, we have seen some different exclusive topics for them. What are them? So, here I'll write Panchayat Raj. Here, what? Urban, urban local bodies. So, what is a major and different from their minor forest produce? What is it? Minor forest produce. Here, what are the differences? Exclusive ones. First one is 5 services. Sorry? Yes. Ecological protection and what are those things? Ecological protection and burial grounds. Paths. Social amenities. Social amenities and what? Sorry? Urban forestry is same because there we have social forestry and farm forestry. Here we have urban forestry. And what is different is ecological protection is different. Here slum management. Okay. Here cruelty on animals. And here they will only collect the charges. But here electrification come. And renewable resources also will come. Energy sources. Fine. Then what are the differences in Panchayat Raj system? Yesterday we have seen. Any idea? Online students? Social? That comes under forestry only. Social forestry and what? Farm forestry. They're urban forestry because they have place. That's why they are encouraged. Urban forestry completely depends upon them. And some small waterways like ferries,
Small.
yeah, ferries, culverts, and etc. And one more thing.
Bridges.
Um,
Bridges,
yes,
madam.
Adi. Yes, bridges. I think in this also there are bridges. Fine. Khadi,
Small firms.
small help groups. Fine. Small firms also. Yes. Panchayats, municipalities. And here, what we are telling, khadi and one more thing was there. Cottage industries will come under khadi only. We have written a poverty elevation here also there also there. Urban poverty elevation there, here rural poverty elevation. And soil conservation is here. Soil conservation is here. That is not mentioned in the urban development. Okay. And water also. Irrigation facilities. What are the major differences? Water, public amenities we have completed. Social amenities, burials completed. This one, cattle ponds, cruelty completed. Parks and gardens. Slum protection, height services. Hill and powder will come under what we have here also, indirectly. But cattle ponds and all will be there. Okay. So, and one more important thing here, women child development will come on the Panchayati Raj system. So, women and child welfare. Here they are mentioning that socially, marginally backward and mentally challenged, physically challenged is part of urban government. But at basic level, women and child welfare is part of Panchayati Raj system. Okay. Do we have any major differences? And here, for commercial and domestic, commercial and one more usage. What is that usage? Industrial. So, industrial water supply. Water supply. We have seen water supply for domestic and only what? Irrigation. And here one more thing, town planning also different. And registration of births and deaths. This is very important here and it is mandatory. Fine. If you see in villages, directly Sarpanch will give the certification in minutes. But here it is a different. You have to take the certificate from first hospital and then you need to go to the municipality and you will get the certificate that should be submitted in Me Seva. Then the birth certificate will be given. Okay. Unlike village system. Fine. Unlike Panchayat Raj system. So these are the major differences between the 11th schedule and the 12th schedule. Fine. So what type of urban bodies are available? This is very important in the examination point of view. On which basis we are dividing the municipalities. Fine. Municipal corporation. It is a very larger body. Fine. It is very larger body. First, above this, what will happen? What will be there? Metropolitan city. Okay. Metropolitan city. I'll note them. Metropolitan city. So metropolitan city, in the municipal corporation, who will be there? Mayor. Okay. Mayor will be head of municipal corporation. It is the largest urban body except metropolitan cities. Fine. It is the largest urban body in the cities. It depends upon the population. Wherever more than 20 lakh population is there and revenue is very highest, then on the basis of them, they'll separate like municipal corporation. Even Hyderabad is also municipal corporation. Fine. What about municipality? It is lower level of municipal corporation. Fine. So, it has to be population between the 1 lakh to 10 lakh. Population and revenue is less than municipal corporation. Who will be the head? Chairman. Chairman will be the head. There will be commissioner also from the executive side. He will be appointed by the state government. Political leader is called chairman, elected one. How he will be elected? Board members will be there. They are elected directly and chairman will be elected indirectly. And this is also different from state to state. Okay. ward members has to be elected directly. This is same for all states. But head will be chosen according to the state. Okay, that is a discussion of state, how to conduct the election for the chairman. Fine, it is a different, it will vary. Excuse me. State to state. Yeah, I have. Okay. So it will vary state to state. Fine. What is notified area? Anybody have the idea? Notified area means it is about to municipality. Okay. It is even transition area will be there. This is transition area. On basis of two, they'll decide whether it is notified area or not. On the basis of first industries. What? Industries. If it is turning into the industry, means no new industries are establishing. Means what will happen? Automatically employment will increase. Okay. Agriculture will go down. And urbanization starts from the industries only. Okay. Then they'll declare this area as notified area. That means it may soon become municipality. How they will decide whether a area is urban body or not? What is the criteria? What is the major difference between urban and rural body? Yes, first one is occupation. If majority of them are non-agriculture dependence. Okay, one is occupation and one is migration. How many people are migrating to this particular city in the search of opportunity? In the search of opportunity. Fine. And the revenue and the population. What is the next criteria? Population. What is the increase of population? What is the population per square meter? Means population density. If opportunities are more people will accommodate. Means population density will increase. That means it is urbanizing. Okay, it is eventually urbanizing. Population is also one criteria. Another one, revenue generation. Revenue generation. If it is revenue is generating more because people are more buildings has to come. Okay, the revenue generation is also one criteria. And most importantly, industries. Okay, if industry is there, industries are accompanying means defaultly that area will turn into urban. Why? There are more opportunity of the employment. Employees, if it is employing more means it need to be accommodate more people. It need to give facilities to more people in very small area. That means it is turning into a urban body. That is nothing but we are notified area committee. Means notified area means it is about to turn into the municipalities. And town area committee means town areas. What are called towns? It is not a municipality. and not a village. In between. Fine. Means in which way will decide whether it is a town area means how they'll decide? Townships, they'll tell now. This is nothing but a town area. Township permission. Yes, there has to be specific, not by the industries, not by the nearby industries. It is nothing by town area means it has to be facilities for the transportation first. Transportation facilities. Fine. Why? Villages have no proper communication. That's why we are calling it rural. Rural development. What will come? First means of communication is roads. Fine. But we have a proper transportation facility. Transportation facility. Maybe by means of communication, Wi-Fi, or maybe telephone cables, or network issues, or roads, water supply, electricity, anything. Proper transportation and communication facilities. And good revenue and population. Okay. This town area committees will especially recognize nearby the metro cities. Metro cities means municipal corporation nearby cities will be there. Those will come under town area committees. Fine. Town areas. Because they won't develop completely because nearby we have found a city. Fine. So the development won't happen, but they'll be somewhat developed. What is the minimum requirement required? They'll be better than the villages. Fine. Those are town area committees. And cantonment board. Cantonment board means we have artillery centers. Whatever related to defense areas, when some Air Force camp is there, like in Begumpet. Okay. Artillery area is there in Langar House. Fine. So what will happen? Not only those people, even some civilians live nearby. Okay. Who will live? Civilians. For the civilians, this defense system won't allow them to maintain those things. Why? Because of security issue. What will happen? These people will declare this civilian living area as a cantonment board. As what? Cantonment boards. And they will regularize the development over there. Completely, who will regularize? Who will take care of defense management? Will take up the administration. అందుకే కంటోన్మెంట్ బోర్డ్స్ చాలా బాగుంటాయి, చాలా డెవలప్ అయి ఉంటాయి. we can see lot of greenery over there, very wide and roads and maintenance and all that will be done by defense. Okay, all the surrounding area where the civilians live beside their bases, fine, that will come under cantonment boards. And townships are very simple. It is group of houses. Group of houses nearby the cities. Nearby cities. With all amenities. What are the amenities? Not like the corporate companies say we are having basketball pool and we are having swimming pool, we are having cricket board. Not all those things. Electrification, sanitation, and proper solid waste management, and street lights, roads, connectivity to the city. Okay, hospital also. All amenities. Fine. Then only they can be having, and there'll be a specific limits by the government. in this much of acres, you can accommodate only this much people. Okay. According to the guidelines, they'll give the guidelines. Those are called townships. Okay, we are seeing so many township acts. Those all come under townships only. They are regulated by the nearby municipalities. Fine. They'll be under municipalities only. Generally, municipal corporations. And regulated by, they'll give permissions to build a community. That's it. Okay. To build a small community, it is called township. And port trust. Port trust is nothing but in port areas nearby, the all areas will be controlled by port trust, and this will be under the port authority only. Why? Because there will be lot of imports and exports. There will be lot of transportation of a goods. So all will be take care of the port authority. Okay, to maintain roads, lights, streets, everything will be done by whom? That port trust. Okay, there is separate governing authority that is called as port trust. And special purpose agency. What is special purpose agency? Special purpose agency. But special purpose agency means there will be some sensitive areas. Fine. Maybe because of securities, maybe because of geographical conditions, maybe because of industries. Okay, these areas will be directly controlled by the state. Okay, states. Maybe some pharma company is there. Pharma call what they call pharma cities. Fine, they'll be maintained by what? Some special purpose agency that is maintained by the state. Okay, because they require different transport facilities, they require separate sort of roads, separate set of electricity, commercial electricity, big transmission cables and all. Those are directed by the whom? They are controlled by the special purpose agency. Yes. Which says, sorry. Says, yes. All will come under this because their revenue, the taxes, the tariff is completely different. Okay, not like a civilians. Commercial purposes, they'll use this. Fine. So, is it clear how many different type of municipalities we have? Urban localities we have, municipal corporation, metropolitan cities, municipalities. This is regularly we are noticing. Okay, fine. Notified areas means transition area that is about to become a municipality. Fine. Town area committee. Town means it's not a village, it's not a city. In between. And cantonment area which is related to nearby the defense and maintained by the defense system. And townships. Townships means accommodation for the communities. Fine. And port trust. Nearby area by the ports and maintained by the port authority itself. Special purpose agency, it is mostly the industrially regularized agencies that is directly maintained by the states. Fine. Is it clear? Yeah. What is town 1 and 2? I didn't get you, Teja. Okay, it depends upon the accommodation and accommodation means how much it is accompanying the houses. How many people are involved. Okay. Yeah, administrative reasons. That's it. Okay, when he gets online, we'll see. So how the municipal revenue is generated? This is very important. How the tax revenue. How many taxes will be having? How many taxes will be having here? We'll be having so many taxes here. First thing, building permission. Okay, building permission. And land tax. Means
Water,
property.
water supply tax.
Sorry?
Water supply tax, madam.
Okay. I thought you were asking some doubt regarding the township.
Yes, madam.
Okay, fine. So, water supply and industrial taxes, commercial taxes, for everything, for electricity also, water also, even property also, and the city water and property. So everything is different. They are dividing the slabs, which is for the commercial purpose, which is for the industries, and which is for the domestic. So this makes here a lot of difference. Fine. A lot of income generation differs here. Commercial, even commercial meters, how much current bill, what is the electricity difference? If you are spending a 150 units in the normal, you will get around 1000. Okay, 700 to 1000. If you spend the same in the commercial purpose, how much you will get? It will be in 1000, 7000 to 8000. Okay, that much difference. The tax all will goes to what? Municipalities itself. So even for the water, even for the what? Land. Okay, building permissions also same. If it is for the commercial purpose, you need to pay more. So the revenue is very much high, and it will charge more for the sanitation also. Okay, even for the public parks, even for the public amenities, there it will chargeable. Fine. For the public amenities and tolls. Okay, tolls also we are paying. When you cross the city, you have to pay the toll. Fine. And so these all comes under tax revenue. What is non-tax revenue means? Registrations that will go to the state. Whatever the land registrations and all, that is a subject of state only. Okay, municipalities won't involve in it. Okay, fine. What is the non-tax revenue? Grants, it is same. I'll give you 1 minute. Think about non-tax revenue. Union will give grants and State Finance Commission non-tax revenue means municipalities has some investments. Maybe tourism also. Fine. Maybe tourism also. If for suppose Harita resorts are there, means they are maintained by state itself. But whatever the now you go to the tank bund, that is maintained by whom? HMDA. Fine. So many parks are maintained by whom? HMDA. Means in that municipality. If you visit there, you have to pay the minimal charge. Even if you go to the Lumbini Park, there is a laser show. You need to pay the amount. That is not taxation. It is a non-taxation amount. Fine. So, all the investments and tourism, and the municipalities will rent it properties to, it will lease its properties to many things. By that way also, it will generate amount. Fine. So, Union and State Finance Commission, it will empower the money again. And Here, one more thing, sewage also. Of course, it comes into the sanitation, but it is very, very important and we are paying separately for the sewage management. And devolution. Devolution means? Yes, yes, yes. Tax. Tax division. And devolution of new cities also, it will give income. What happens generally, municipality will be there and it will be keep on expanding. Then what happened, it will include the all the villages nearby and it will turn into a big municipality will turn into municipal corporation. Then what happened, the income will be doubled automatically, the income will be more. And loans, it can take loans by the state. Okay, state and state involved all financial institutions. Institutions within the state. Means by whom? Within the bank, all the banks it can take the loan. Okay, but in case of Panchayati Raj, only by state. But here, all the financial institutions within the state, it can take the loan. Fine. Fines, yes. Fines are non-tax. Traffic fines, yes. All will go. Fine. In cities. No, all small signal files will go to the municipalities only. మేయర్ మనకు ఆ చేంజెస్ చెప్తాడు కదా, ఇప్పటి నుంచి ఇది ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేస్తున్నాం అని, అవి వాళ్ళకే వెళ్తాయి. జనరల్ గా ఇఫ్ యూ అబ్జర్వ్ విలేజెస్ లో ఎవరు హెల్మెట్ పెట్టుకున్నారా అని అడగరు. ఫైన్, ఓన్లీ ఆ రెవెన్యూ ఎక్కడికి వెళ్తుంది, ఫర్ ద మేనేజ్మెంట్ వెళ్తుంది. ఎక్కడైతే మండల్ హెడ్ క్వార్టర్స్ లో చెక్ చేస్తే, లేదు అంటే సిటీస్ లోనే చెక్ చేస్తారు. అదర్ దెన్ దాట్ ఈ స్పీడ్ లిమిట్స్ అవన్నీ ఉంటాయి కదా, దాట్ విల్ గో టు ద స్టేట్. ఎక్కడైతే హైవేల పైన కానీ ఎక్కడ మనం ఆటోమేటిక్ గా కెమెరా ఫిల్లింగ్స్ నుంచి వెళ్తాయి కదా, అవన్నీ డైరెక్ట్లీ డిపాజిటెడ్ టు స్టేట్. ఫైన్. అండ్ ఆల్ ఫైన్స్, ప్రాపర్టీ మనం డిలేగా పే చేసినా కానీ ఫైన్ పడుతుంది మనకి. ఎలక్ట్రిసిటీకి కూడా ఫైన్ పడుతుంది, అంటే కట్ చేస్తారు. అండ్ ఓకే, దిస్ ఈస్ అబౌట్ మున్సిపాలిటీస్. ఫైన్. సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద టైమ్ నౌ? ఓకే, వీ హ్యావ్ ప్లెంటీ ఆఫ్ టైమ్. Do you have any doubts regarding the municipalities? So what we'll do here is, we'll break it here. Okay, interstate relations అనేవి మనం మొత్తం టాపిక్ కంప్లీట్ చేసిన తర్వాత చూద్దాం. నెక్స్ట్ విల్ జంప్ ఇన్ టు ద ఫస్ట్ చాప్టర్, ఎవల్యూషన్ ఆఫ్ వాట్, కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఆ తర్వాత ఫండమెంటల్ రైట్స్, డిపిఎస్పీస్ కంప్లీట్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత, యూనియన్ టెరిటరీస్ కూడా కంప్లీట్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత, విల్ జంప్ ఇన్ టు interstate relationships. Then it will be clear, preamble anta అయిపోయిన తర్వాత, what is the intention of the constitution and where we are landed, what are the issues with the center and state అన్నది మనకు క్లియర్ గా అర్థమైపోతుంది. ఆల్రెడీ సెంట్రల్ స్టేట్ కంప్లీట్ అయింది, బట్ వాట్ ఆర్ ద ఇష్యూస్ అన్నది వాటర్ డిస్ప్యూట్స్ నుంచి దాని నుంచి మనం యూస్. సో ఇప్పుడు నేను డైరెక్ట్ గా చెప్పి మొత్తం అదంతా తర్వాత చెప్తే ఇబ్బంది అవుతుంది. సో మున్సిపాలిటీస్ వరకు ఇక్కడ క్లోజ్ చేద్దాం, లోకల్ గవర్నెన్స్ వరకు. ఇప్పుడు ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా? ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ డౌట్స్ సో ఫర్, విల్ టేక్ అప్ అండ్ దెన్ విల్ గివ్ ఏ స్మాల్ బ్రేక్ అండ్ విల్ డిస్కస్ ద క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్ వి డిడ్ంట్ డిస్కస్ yesterday. Fine. No, descriptive 2 questions. 2 questions I have given from the. Okay. But questions consist 10 questions and 2 main answers from the polity. So examination point of view lo ఇవి ఇంపార్టెంట్ మీకు. నోటిఫైడ్ ఏరియా అంటే ఏంటి, కంటోన్మెంట్ ఏరియా అంటే ఏంటి, మున్సిపల్ కార్పొరేషన్ అంటే ఏంటి, అండ్ సబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఆర్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. అదొకటి. కేశవానంద భారతి కేసు కూడా ఉంది. ఓకే, అదొకటి. ఇంకొకటి కూడా ఉంది. ఐ హావ్ గివెన్ 2 questions. Okay, I'll check. But I have given 2 questions. I'll take the paper, hard copy now. Okay? Okay, any doubts or shall we take a break? Any doubts, online students?
No, madam.
Okay. We'll take the break and we'll reassemble at 1 o'clock again. Okay? Yes. We'll resume the session. Okay? Now we'll discuss the questions. Yeah, fine. So what is the question? We have 10 questions and 1 mains question. Fine. So we'll discuss all together. So what is the first question? Online students, are you in? Am I audible? Yes, ma'am. Yeah, fine. So first question is, consider the following statements. At present, the Supreme Court consists of 34 judges. Whether it is right or not? How 34? Yes, 33 plus what is the strength of Supreme Court? CJI plus 33. That is equals to 34. So the statement is true. Right? Okay. The statement is true. A is true. And next, in the first judge's case of 1982, the court held that consultation does not mean concurrence and it only implies exchange of views. What happened in the first judge's case? Consultation means it's just a consultation. It's not concurrence. Fine. So it's just exchanging the views. The statement is also correct. And the Constitution has prescribed a minimum age for the appointment as the judges of Supreme Court. Does any minimum requirement? No. According to the seniority, they're shortlisting. But what is the maximum retiring age? Retiring age is 65. 65. And he or she should be a distinguished jurist in the opinion of the president is one of the eligibilities to become High Court judge. Only it is applicable for Supreme Court. Okay. So how many statements are correct? First one is correct. Second one is correct. And third one is wrong. Fourth also wrong. So only 2 statements are correct. Answer is? Okay, it may be a print mistake. Fine. Yeah. Okay. So, what is the answer? It is number 2. Okay. Excuse me. So, the second question. Which of the following is not ground for the removal of Supreme Court judge? What are the grounds we have mentioned? It is 2 grounds. Right. What are those 2 grounds? Yes. First one is misbehavior and incapacity. So what are the options? Proven misbehavior? Yes. Incapacity? Yes. Inefficiency. Inefficiency means not performing well. means there is no calculation for his performance, right? So this is the wrong answer. None of the above, no. There are two options are correct. So what is the answer? Inefficiency. Fine. And consider the following statements regarding first judges cases 1981. There is a print mistake. Fine. Okay, 1981. 81. 81. So consider the following statements regarding first judges case 1981. It ruled that the primacy in judicial appointments lies with the Chief Justice of India. Is it said the primacy of the Chief Justice of India? It is completely in first judge's case. What it said, Supreme Court, it is completely executive authority. The intervention of judiciary is avoided, right? So the concept of primacy not at all introduced. So first statement is wrong. And next, the verdict emphasizes the concept of executive primacy in the judicial appointments. Yes, it kept the executive supremacy. So only B is right. Fine. And next question. With reference to second judge's case in 1993, consider the following statements. So it is second judge's case. It introduced the collegium system for the judicial appointments. Yes, the evolution is started with the second judge's case. So the first statement is correct. It gave the primacy to the opinion of Chief Justice of India. Did it give the primacy? No. The primacy is introduced in third judge's case. Fine. And it overruled the first judge's case of 1981. Yes. In first judge's case, what happened? Executive supremacy. And judicial supremacy is introduced in what? Second judge's case. So C is correct, A is correct. And these restricted the executive power in the judicial appointments. This is also true. This is not an option, this is an error. Okay. So D is correct, A is correct, and C is correct. A, C, D. Where is the option? A, B, C, D. A, C, D. It has to be A, C, D. Maybe a mistake. Okay. Key will be wrong. Fine. What? A, B, C, D. Primacy of? There is no veto power given in the second judge's case. Okay. It gave importance to the CJ. The primacy word was coined in third judge's case only. Fine. The primacy of the Supreme Court. I will verify this, but according to me, it is not correct. Okay. So far, it is ACD only. I'll check thoroughly and I'll let you know. Okay. Primacy means veto power, not the importance. Fine. If he says no, that means no. Veto power. That is not mentioned in the second judge's case. What? He is involved and he was recommending CJI plus 2 judges. Okay. I'll confirm this by tomorrow. Fine. And consider the following statements regarding the third judge's case. 1998. Okay. In the class. Okay. In second judge's case itself. Yes. Collegium started from there. CJI plus 2 judges. Yes. Okay. Then answer is A, B, C, D. All are true. And consider the following statements regarding the third judge's case. Third judge's case is nothing but Article 143, seeking the views. Fine. It is clarified the working of collegium system. Yes. How to What is the working style of collegium system? He started from there. A is true. And the opinion of CJI must be considered in consultation with four senior most judges. Yes, that is also true. And the presidential reference under the Article 143 was dismissed by the court. It is not dismissed by the court. The bench was constituted and they delivered the collegium system working. So A and B. First one is answer. Fine. And next. Consider the following statements regarding NJAC judgment, means 4 judges case in 2015. NJAC Act was introduced via 99th Constitutional Amendment. Yes, this is true. The Supreme Court upheld the validity of the NJAC unanimously. It is wrong. It did not held the validity. It said it is invalid. Fine. It declared null and void. So B is wrong. The judgment reaffirmed the primacy of a judiciary in appointments. Yes. What it meant, while it is mentioning it unconstitutional, it mentioned like the primacy of CJI is violated. So it held the primacy of the judiciary in appointments. So C is correct. And the court invoked the basic structure doctrine to struck down the NJAC. Yes. Independence of judiciary was also considered as basic structure doctrine and it is declared as a null and void. So what is wrong? B is only wrong. So A, C, D. 1 is the answer. Consider the following statements. The first judge's case established judicial primacy. No. Executive primacy. Fine. Not even primacy. What? Superior. Okay. The second judge's case introduced the idea of collective consultation among the judges. Yes, because it not only involves CJI plus two judges, second judge's case. Okay, second judge's case 2, third judge's case CJI plus 4 judges. Fine. So B is correct. Only B. First one is wrong. Eighth. Consider the following statements about the advisory opinion in third judge's case. Okay. What are those? It was given under the Article 143 of the Constitution. Yes, seeking the views. And it expanded the collegium to include 5 judges in SC appointments. Yes, how 5 judges? CJI plus 4. Okay. Altogether 5 Supreme Court judges. Fine, this is also true. And the opinion is binding on all courts and executive. Yes. And they cannot raise the complaint. Even the high courts. Fine. So it is binding. C is also true. It diluted the role of judiciary in appointments. Wrong. It is diluted the role of executive completely. So A, B, C are correct. A, B, C. Fourth is the answer. Fine. Okay, what is the question? Consider the following statements regarding qualification of the judges of the Supreme Court of India. Okay, the person must have been a judge for the High Court for at least 5 years. And the person must be distinguished jurist in the opinion of president. Yes, that is also true. And the person must be at least 45 years of age. No, there is no age restriction for the Supreme Court judge. So C is wrong. A, B. Must be.
One of the criteria, but not compulsory.
No. Must be distinguished jurist in the opinion of the president. Any of the qualifications. Ivi qualifications avuna kada. Idi oka qualification. Deento paatu we are not checking with along. These are different type of options. Fine. Whether it a qualification or not. ఈ క్వాలిఫికేషన్ ఉన్నా కానీ మనం పిక్ చేసుకోగలం. ఫైన్. So 45 years, not the restriction. But distinguished jurist is what one of the qualification. And person have been advocated being a judge in a high court for the 5 consecutive years. That is also a qualification. So A, B will be the answer. Fine. And in which of the following cases did the Supreme Court of India lay down the basic structure doctrine? Keshavananda Bharati case. Fine. We have seen Golaknath case, Keshavananda Bharati case. We didn't see Gopalan case, right? Gopalan case and Minerva Mills case will see in the fundamental rights. Fine. So far, you know, to Golaknath case, you have no Keshavananda Bharati case. Fine. So these are the what 10 questions, multiple choice questions. Actually, I have given 2, but the picked one. In the light of basic structure doctrine, evaluate the scope of amendability of Article 368 of the Constitution. I have given one model to answer in the model answer. I'll tell you one more answer. Because what he is asking, in the light of basic structure doctrine, what you need to do? Evaluate the scope of amendability of Article 368. So, what you have to do is, మనకు కావాల్సింది ఏంది, ఇంపార్టెంట్ క్వశ్చన్ ఏంది, స్కోప్ ఆఫ్ amendability of Article 368. Right. సో ఫస్ట్ మనకు తెలియాల్సింది ఏంటంటే హౌ ఇట్ వాజ్ బిఫోర్ ద బేసిక్ స్ట్రక్చర్ డాక్ట్రైన్. ఫైన్. బేసిక్ స్ట్రక్చర్ డాక్ట్రైన్ కి ముందు, ఐ మీన్ బిఫోర్, ఆఫ్టర్, we have to give the description. Before, how it was, amendability emunde, you can, even the fundamental rights can be added, amended and repealed. After repealed unda, no, late. Fine. And 9th schedule, it was completely immune from the judicial review. But after basic structure doctrine, 9th schedule kuda enti, if it breaks the basic structure, it is valid for the judicial review. And inkokati, parliamentary privileges unnai. Privileges unnai. ఇవి కూడా బిఫోర్ బేసిక్ స్ట్రక్చర్ దే కెనాట్ గో ఫర్ ద జ్యుడిషియల్ రివ్యూ. ఈవెన్ ఇవి కూడా ఇప్పుడు అంటే లైక్ స్పీకర్ టేకింగ్ డెసిషన్ ఆఫ్ స్పీకర్, అది కూడా పార్లమెంటరీ ప్రివిలేజ్ కిందకే వస్తుంది. అంటే హీఈస్ అ ఫైనల్ డెసిషన్ మేకర్ ఆన్ ద ఫ్లోర్, బట్ హీస్ డెసిషన్ ఆల్సో ఛాలెంజ్డ్ ఇన్ ద నేమ్ ఆఫ్ బేసిక్ స్ట్రక్చర్ డాక్ట్రైన్. ఫైన్. అది కూడా దేని కిందకి వస్తుంది? ఆఫ్టర్ బేసిక్ స్ట్రక్చర్ డాక్ట్రైన్ కిందకి వస్తుంది. అమెండబిలిటీ అంటే క్లియర్ గా వాట్ యు హ్యావ్ టు రైట్ ఇస్ వాట్ ఈస్ ఆర్టికల్ 368. ఓకే. అండ్ హౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ వేరియేటెడ్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఎట్లా మనం అమెండ్ చేసుకోగలుగుతున్నాం అన్నది క్లియర్ గా రాయాలి. అండ్ ఐ హావ్ మెన్షన్ సమ్ యాక్ట్స్ ఇన్ ద ఆన్సర్. ఓకే, మోడల్ ఆన్సర్ యూ నీడ్ టు అడ్రస్. ఓకే, అవే మీ సబ్స్టాన్షియేషన్ అయితే. ఓకే, అవే ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ అన్నమాట. So along with it, you can involve these also. Fine. Any doubts? One more question also I have added actually. Account for the collegium system lacks of transparency and corruption in judiciary. Fine. Highlight the challenges in ensuring the judicial accountability in India. Means మనం ఏమైతే డిస్కస్ చేస్తామో ట్రాన్స్పరెన్సీ లేదు, నెపోటిజం ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది, అండ్ స్పెషల్ హైరార్కీ లేదు, మెరిట్ సిస్టమ్ లేదు, మెరిట్ పికింగ్ సిస్టమ్ అనేది లేదు. సో మే అన్నిటికీ మనం ఎగ్జామ్స్ కండక్ట్ చేస్తాం కానీ జ్యుడిషియరీలో ఎగ్జామ్స్ ఉండవు. ఓకే, సో ఇట్ హ్యాస్ టు బి మోడిఫైడ్ ఆన్ ద మెరిట్ బేసిస్, పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ బేసిస్. యూ కెన్ include any of your reforms. కాకపోతే అడ్రస్ చేసే విధానం ఏంది? ఫస్ట్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఎక్కడ వస్తున్నాయి అంటే ఛాలెంజెస్, వాట్ ఆర్ ద రిఫార్మ్స్ ఆర్ సజెషన్స్ అన్నది క్లియర్ గా అడ్రస్ చేయాలి. బిఫోర్ దాట్ యూ నీడ్ టు అడ్రస్ బ్రీఫ్లీ వాట్ ఈస్ కొలీజియం సిస్టమ్, what is collegium system, how it is working, and then what are the challenges and what are the reforms you want to maintain to get the judicial accountability. అప్పుడు అది కంప్లీట్ ఆన్సర్ అవుతుంది. ఫైన్, మోడల్ ఆన్సరా? ఓకే, I'll share in the group. Fine, I'll share in the group. Collegium system, I'll share it today. Okay, fine.
Very partial.
No, still collegium system is not mentioned anywhere in the constitution. Constitutional లో లేదు కాబట్టి ఇంజాక్ట్ దేవాలని ట్రై చేసిండ్రు, స్టిల్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇన్వాలిడ్. సో ఇప్పుడు ఎట్లా అయితే డ్యూ టు కొలీజియం సిస్టమే అపాయింట్మెంట్స్ అవుతున్నాయి, బట్ స్టిల్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ దేర్ ఇన్ ద కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఓకే, ఫైన్. ఎనీ డౌట్స్ ఆన్లైన్ స్టూడెంట్స్? సో హౌ వాజ్ ద పేపర్, ఈజీ ఆర్ టఫ్? ఈజీ. Yeah. So, online students, any doubts?
No, madam.
Tomorrow we'll start with the evolution of what? Constitution. Fine. We are stopping here. Interstate relations, I'll discuss later. So far what we have completed, state and center relations and local self-governance we have completed in the 5th chapter. Clear? So we are going to cover the first chapter from tomorrow. Fine. Shall we close the session?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Fine. Thank you.